Just put your two index fingers together, and if you have a point of process, the thing about a point of process is that it will pretty much stop whatever the speaker is saying, and we'll have to hear it. And the last and final sign is the one you probably all want to give me right now, and that is the wrap it up sign. Okay, basically two fists rolling over each other means, all right, I hear what you're saying, I respect what you're saying, but you got to wrap it up. Okay, so that's this. Okay, so that's the rundown of the hand signals. We're going to move on to group announcements at this point. Do we have a stack going for group announcements? If you're a member of a working group, please see this individual here to get on stack.
What about the block?
We'll get to blocks once we do consensus. So many of you who are used to the consensus process, we will go over that once we arrive at the proposal section of the General Assembly. So I'm going to open up to group announcements. Once again, welcome. Thanks for coming. Are you first?
No. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Over the next couple days, the facilitators group is going to discuss the issue of the block. Currently, 10%. A 10% block can prevent a proposal with 90% consensus from passing. Therefore, we urge everyone here to discuss the issue over the next couple of days amongst yourselves and to come to the facilitators meetings to help us draft a proposal for a future GA. And that's a facilitators announcement.
Good evening, my name is Bill Lewis. I will be the co-facilitator for this evening, and we will continue with the group stack. And I believe on group stack we have next community safety. Community safety, may we have you up, please? Community safety, please. How is the mic from here? How is the mic from here? Okay, you want to be right about here, sir. Okay, group facilitation.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? I can hear you. My name is Scott. I have a group. We have a group, safety.
Turn down the fucking
for the community.
Turn them down for you.
And I just have a few things that we like to suggest. No open flames in the tent. No smoking in the tent. If you're building a tent, please pick up your trash. If you have trash by your tent, please pick that up, and there's a spot over there by the food tent, and you can put your trash in there. If you have food in your tent, please cover it, because we have critters, and they get the munchies too. Okay, I hate to say this, but we are an alcohol and pot-free zone here. And I would like you to please, we're a community, so let's do that. I really don't want to say it again, because I think we're all cool. And safety, be cool. See you tonight. Good night.
And next on the group stack we have SPP. May we have the representative from SPP, please?
Hi, how's it going? I'm Dave from SPP. We are going to be meeting tonight at 10 p.m. Even if the General Assembly is still going on, we'll be over by the Gandhi statue by the gravel path. So anyone that is not overly attached to participating in the rest of the GA, if that's still going on, and is interested in working on drafts for proposing documents to the GA, come meet us near the Gandhi statue, 10 p.m. Thank you.
We have a clarifying question from a floor manager.
What does SPP stand for?
Stands for Strategy, Proposals, and Positions.
What's that? All right. And just one more thing before we bring on the next person. We had an issue with the microphone. If you can't hear the speaker, there is a hand sign for please talk louder. It is moving your finger like this, just pointing up at the sky, basically. All right. Who's next on stack?
And next on stack we have Outreach. Outreach, please. Who do we have representing Outreach? Here we come.
Please don't clap in front of the mic. Hi everybody, my name's Christine from Outreach. I just have a few quick announcements. As we announced last week, we're forming a new working group around anti-oppression. We're calling it Check Your Privilege. Our first meeting is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're going to be meeting along the side of this building right here. We also have some tours of students coming through on Friday, and we're looking for some volunteers who might want to serve as tour guides. There's going to be about 90 students, so we're going to need some help. So if you could, if you're interested, please contact Outreach. We're also interested in putting together a general ad hoc tour guide system. So especially if you're living here full time and might be interested in showing people the ins and outs of camp, please contact Outreach. Thank you.
And next for work groups announcements will be labor. Do we have the representative from the labor work group, please? Labor.
All right, what's up? I have an announcement. Tomorrow there is going to be a large turnout from labor. Occupy Boston will be marching in solidarity with the Verizon 2222 workers who are having a hard time in their contract negotiations with Verizon. One thing though, there is a condition. I had to assure them that members of Occupy Boston would try their best to be on their best behavior. Some concerns have been raised as of late because of the way we've been portrayed in the media and incidences that have happened. So what they proposed was to stick to their march route that they select, and I figure that's okay because we are marching in solidarity with them, and it's for their cause, and so I'd like to get a temperature check on that. If everybody thinks we should, stick to their route, and we're going to go downtown to the Verizon Wireless, I'm going to make some noise, and making noise is allowed. When I say best behavior, I mean autonomous groups running off on their own into wild directions. If we all stick together in solidarity, that would be the definition of the word. The labor front, I just came from SEIU 1199. They are fully on board with us. They will be attending tomorrow. The Boston Building Trades will be coming tomorrow. Mass Uniting will be coming, and Jobs with Justice will be here as well, and several other organizations that I can't remember off the top of my head. It's going to be a large turnout, and it'll be awesome for us to recover from what's happened, to have an event like this, and still and garner more public support for the cause. And we're working with trying to get the nurses from SEIU 1199 to come set up a health clinic down here. That's in the works, and a bunch of other great stuff, a bunch of classes coming up and stuff, but I haven't finalized the details, and when I do, you'll be the first to know. Thank you.
Hey, clarifying.
Tomorrow, we're going to rally at 3:30 here. A lot of the workers don't get out of work until later on, so we won't be marching until about 5:30. There'll probably be a lot of rank and file members here that will want to, maybe share their thoughts and how they feel about Occupy Boston. All good stuff, I'm sure, because that's all I get whenever I go out to the labor unions around here. We're all in this fight together, and one more, tomorrow about 10 a.m., large donations will be being dropped off by the Massachusetts AFL-CIO, the newly elected president who fully endorses us. May want to say a few words around 10 a.m. I think we can accommodate him and hear what he has to say. And any other questions, points of information? Thank you.
Thank you. Our next work group announcement will be from Occupy Boston Globe. Occupy Boston Globe.
Hey y'all, I'm Dan here representing from Occupy Boston Globe, exercising that part of the First Amendment which is not up here right now, the freedom of the press. I have here in my hand not the first real edition but a mock-up of what the first daily edition of the Occupy Boston Globe might look like. It's wonderful, will be worked on, is wonderful. I'm happy of it. Stephanie worked on that. I want to remind everyone that OccupyBostonGlobe.com is live. You can go on it, see events that are happening in camp, as well as some articles written about the camp and the movement in general on OccupyBostonGlobe.com. We just had our first real formal meeting with all writers, editors, and people of importance present. Got a lot done, and tonight, by the end of the night, we're going to have a Kickstarter launched that we were just approved for Occupy Boston Globe to raise money for a weekly newspaper to hopefully, and this is hopefully, to distribute across the Boston metro area to everyone, and hopefully maybe across the country in my wildest dreams. That's about all. When we get it up, the link will post on our website and hopefully be posted on other websites, and I encourage you to tell everyone, because we could use it. Thank you. Any questions? Did I see one? Anyone? Alright, cool. Thank you.
Hey. Our next working group announcement will come from the media group.
Hi guys, a couple media announcements, two small and one big. One is that we're looking for volunteers in the media group. We're chronically understaffed. We'd like to run media trainings. It's a couple hours or a couple minutes of training and then like a week of practice. And then we just need a diverse group of people to represent us on radio, on air, and when people come to visit in camp. That might work well with the impromptu ad hoc touring group as well. We need volunteers who do video or poster design or whatever to be in tents, and we need people who are good at writing on the blog or who might like to help update the Twitter to craft messages so we can have a schedule for release across the day of things that are going on. That also involves calendaring and all of that other stuff. So, in general, volunteers. On the heels of that message, there have been some complaints that media is exclusive. Look at it, tarped off over there, looking exclusive. Ooh. Hate you guys. It's not exclusive. I apologize, and I think I can't apologize for others, but I think we apologize if it comes off that way. Sometimes we're stressed by the threat of theft or of other things, but in general, we just want everyone to be a part, and I think with more hands, it'll make lighter work in general. If you feel like we are either being exclusive or being otherwise appropriating authority that we don't have, please do let us know. It's not at all the intention. In addition to that, we do messaging. So we need some way to approve new messaging. We have been using the same messaging for 2 weeks. We're here. We love democracy. 1% of people have 50% of the wealth. They use that wealth to undermine the democratic process. The press is bored. We're bored. And we've generally refrained from saying anything that the GA hasn't approved us saying. We propose, and we should talk about this further, we propose having a working document online where people can input their own ideas, and it's like a living document, and at the end of the day, it comes by GA time, we close it down. Certainly we could discuss these ideas forever, but the same way we did in the first Thursday organizing meeting in Encuentro Cinco, approve a tentative list of media messages and use that list until there are vociferous objections. We think we'll just use those to talk to the media and talk about what we're about and keep things fresh without officially adopting proposals. Can I get a temperature check on whether that's approximately the right thing to do? Is there anyone who can stick their hand up high if that's just really the wrong direction? Yes. Okay. Lastly, a bunch of events, week-long events, projects, whatever have been postponed. Ben & Jerry's was sponsoring some food week. There's a bunch of other stuff where the mayor is saying, you guys came in, you're a menace, obviously you're unruly and dangerous, and look, you've also shut down these organizations that were supposed to use the space for their projects. We need a message pronto about what we're doing, either to accommodate the people who had rights to this land and who wanted to use it to have festivals and other things, I think, or we at least need to have a message about how we're ignoring their use of the land and generally being a nuisance. Facilitators suggested that I bring up a discussion or a proposal now. This is through Teresa, I'm not sure. I'll mention what we're going to do. The proposal will be we need to talk about how we make way for others, or whether we reach out to the mayor's office officially to talk about their suggestions for new space, either as a temporary option while other groups are here, or in addition to what we have so that we can make use for those spaces. I think we ought to A, want to look like we're making space for others, and B, actually want to make space for others, especially those who have planned on fun events all year long. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.